cold weather rations. These are not MREs because they're not ready to eat. Let's start with number one. These come in an A and a B. There's ration 1A. There's ration 1B. So you're basically eating 2 meals a day. Let's do the breakfast. So you got oatmeal, your nut raisin mix, chocolate, beverage base, fruit bar, instant soup, crackers, accessory, and spoon. Of course, these are white because you'll be in the snow, so they're camouflaged. These are also very expired, so I'll probably not be eating everything in here. Instant oatmeal, strawberry and cream. Add 8 ounces of hot water. Done. Accessory packet. Beverage base powder, apple cider. Our nut and raisin mix. MRE spoon, as always. Cocoa. More cocoa. Get our crackers. Soup. It's in the soup pile. Blueberry bars. Not included is the way you heat this. So there's trioxane. This is the more modern one. Let's start off with some 1970 dated, like Vietnam era trioxane. So you got your FSN, your federal stock number, rather than your national stock number, which was a computerized system. So you're gonna have multiple these little fuel bars. And this is how you heat up the old C rations. There's a little bar in here and you break it into thirds. You can kind of see a little bit of a crease right there. And you break off a piece and then you use that to heat your ration. And there's also a little folding tray, which is extremely hard to find. But there you go, there's your trioxane. And here's a more modern trioxane. This has a national stock number. I'm gonna guess this is probably like an 80s or 90s dated one. So we get 3 bars. And you got a similar situation where you have to break a piece off of the bar. So that's kind of messy because you got to get your hands in there, get fuel on your hands, and you break a piece and you fold up the rest of the foil and you put that in a pocket. So it's kind of messy, kind of a little dangerous. So that's why the latest iteration of the trioxane fuel bars, and this one's dated 92. Okay, so I guess that's probably 80s dated. You get 3 little bars, and you get 1 little heater inside here. So you use this, and then you're done. We get all of our instructions. So since I do not have one of the little heating trays, I will not be using these, but I will do that as a demonstration as soon as I find one. So in the meantime, we're going to use a canteen and a little heater stove. If you're into hiking, camping, backpacking, you've probably seen one of these little stoves. They're very handy, very portable, but a little bit on the clumsy side. So I didn't have one until I wanted to make some of these videos. It has a little stand to put on the fuel base to make it a little less clumsy. If you're living out of a ruck, This is a great way to be able to heat something up. I've seen some guys with the jet boil, which is also a nice way to cook stuff. You could obviously jet boil basically everything in a cold weather MRE, and it's a lot more efficient and it hides the flame better. Spin all those around, make sure all these are out. So I'm going to open the valve and start the igniter. There we go, we got fire. So as you can see, it's definitely kind of clumsy. So you want to stay by the handle, but you definitely do not want to spill boiling water on you, or at least hot water. Quite dangerous in the field, so that's why I have not ever owned one of these before this demonstration video. A couple of the Marines in my unit had a jet boil, and they used that surprisingly for everything. They even caught a rabbit in the field and cooked it by boiling it, by putting it in the jet boil with some water and some other stuff they had, and they cooked the rabbit. So you can't use a jet boil in a survival situations, not just for canned food, not just for dehydrated stuff. I've not seen this before. It's like inside another layer. So I like that. It's inside plastic, inside metal. This might... Oh, it's not airtight. Okay. Are you supposed to put the hot water in here and eat this out of the bag? That'd be convenient. So I don't have to soil my canteen cup. Right? Can this handle some hot water? Oh, that's nice, because then I can control how much water I put in there. There's like a solid chunk of oatmeal. That might be like the strawberry and cream component. That's starting to dissolve. You know what, I'm gonna set that aside and we'll move to something else. Let's do these blueberry bars. That smells sweet with a hint of bitter. Just like lightly expired by 20 years, you know? And it's got that grease. Oh, these are Fig Newtons. I recognize that. You recognize that as a Fig Newton? It's like vintage 1992. That definitely tastes like 80s. Okay, what about the cocoa? The cocoa can't be bad, right? I got 2 shots of this. Okay, that smells good. That looks good. Let's go. Dissolves pretty well. For an MRA. Or cold weather ration. It's cold out here. Cheers. That's surprisingly good. There is a Julian date on the case. I could probably look up that number. See how old this hot chocolate is. Let's do the nut raisin mix. These look shrinked. That is surprisingly concerning. Even this fresh pack looks like it's just tired. Why are these peanuts so small? That raisin looks dinky. Everything in here tastes okay. Just concerning like how small everything is. Is that because like new food's genetically modified and all this old stuff's like original and small? Is that what's going on? Because why is that so tiny? Did they dehydrate these and shrink them? Oh, I got a hint of bitter there. Even that walnut's like tiny, right? It's weird. Oh, that one's sour. That peanut's just like, that's gotta be rotten. Okay. These are like, oh, that's sour. Ugh. Okay, that's probably good. Nah, these are all bad. All right, back to the oatmeal. It's mostly dissolved. That's oatmeal with strawberries with a hint of rot to it. Like a fruit rot, like strawberry jam has been in your grandmother's cabinet since like the 70s, and she's passed away, and you're cleaning out all of her stuff, and it's 40 years old, and you open it and just like, ooh, it's all rotten. Just like, yeah, that's gone bad. Okay, the accessory packet. Let's see what accessories we have in here. Ooh, look at that. We've got a Tootsie Roll, another Tootsie Roll, toilet paper, non-dairy creamer, more toilet paper, Taster's Choice, the chiclets, which have definitely gone bad. They're supposed to be white. They look like coffee swirled stained. Got some Domino's sugar. Matches, because obviously you need matches in a cold weather MRA. And, ooh, we got these little ties. I wonder if these look like these might be glow in the dark. I bet they are. So do you think the Tootsie Rolls are still good? It's a little chunky and gritty. Definitely does taste a little off from a regular Tootsie Roll. So I think I'm not going to eat this, and I'll just spit this out off camera. Hot chocolate's still good. Okay, the beverage-based powder. That's got to be smells like apple cider with some vinegar in it, and it's got the going bad kind of crystallization thing going on. Man, that's a bummer. So basically, I haven't eaten anything in this meal. Oh, we still have the crackers. Crackers are notoriously bad, and I really don't have anything to put on them anyway. I mean, honestly, what would you put we have the soup. I guess you put the crackers in the soup. They're dry, a little crunchy. Just as bad as an MRE cracker. It has that smell of cracker with sweet and a little bit of sour, which that's a hint it's gone bad. So these are bad too. Let's try the soup. It says soup, but just like there's not much going on in here, and there's no instructions. So what is this soup? Oh, it's a Lipton cup of soup. Chicken noodle with white meat. At the office for a snack or part of a quick lunch when you can't get away from your desk, while skiing, hiking, or doing any other outdoor activity. As a starter before a meal, for a mid-afternoon or late night snack. Empty contents of one envelope into mug or large cup. Add 6 ounces of boiling water. Stir. So we need 6 ounces of water boiling, so we can do that out here in the field. All right, we got our very hot water. Making our 6 ounces of chicken noodle soup here. And we're going to stir thoroughly. let this stand, and we'll be right back. Is this soup? I mean, it looks like soup. It tastes like if you worked in an office building in the 80s and they had free soup in little instant packets. This would be it. This is basically like confetti in chicken broth. And that chicken is really, it's like it's dried, reconstituted, and just like separates. Just like, that's pretty terrible. Will this make me sick? I don't know. I am not going to eat the rest of this. All right, so what's left? Let's look at the coffee. Is the coffee bad? Probably. I don't see a date on here. And yeah, so we got the black with little bits of white. Just like, I don't know if that's like fungus or mold or just like the dehydration thing. So when you see your dehydrated coffee, it's got like that white stuff on it. I'm just like, nah, it's done for. Like the little black bit is like stuck to the walls of the foil, and there's like the white like fuzz comes out of it. That's done. So what I have left is cocoa powder, which is pretty good. And as long as I am making a video series and I'm so hungry, let's go to 1B. Ration cold weather 1 Bravo. Let's see what's in here. I mean, it says what's on here. We got chicken stew, oatmeal cookie bars, granola bars, beverage-based orange, oatmeal cookie, chocolate covered, got our tea mix, candy, and spoon. And again, these aren't MREs because MREs are meals ready to eat, and these require you to boil water, which, you know, if there's snow everywhere, you got plenty of water around. Wow. That granola bars, plural, but that is like a brick. Wait, let's see if I can. Oatmeal cookie, chocolate covered. These are usually still good, even though they're very old. Freeze-dried chicken stew. So this is why these are not MREs, because this is freeze-dried and you have to put this in boiling water to make your meal. Oatmeal cookie bar. Looks like there's 2 in there. That is solid. Got our MRE spoon. Beverage-based powder, orange. I can already hear you got the powder and you got like the gritty bit. This is already bad. I can already tell that. And there is a tiny hole in the bottom here, and there's like some bug carcasses, so I think they got inside and they got the M&Ms, because there's like some bugs stuck to the wall. You can kind of see those bugs. So they ate my M&Ms. Those would be the chocolate covered. Darn. Then we got the tea, and the tea looks like kind of stained from the outside. So Darn bugs got my M&Ms before I did. Might as well start with this brick since we pulled it out of the package first. It's still airtight. This is sealed really well. There definitely are 2 bars in there. Am I gonna break another tooth to try to eat this thing? It just crumbles like sand. There's very little oatmeal flavor. I'd imagine if they like put like a granola bar in the Egyptian tombs and they just sat there for like thousands of years, and you go to eat it and it disintegrates. That's what this is like. Tastes like really fine granola with a little bit of sugar. There's no hint of like bitterness. So these might be okay. Second thought, there's like a bitter almondly aftertaste, so these might have gone bad. Let's do the oatmeal cookie bar. This is sealed really well. This is feeling like astronaut food. That's very sweet. Got like a brown sugar kind of vibe going on. These might be okay. We got our chocolate covered oatmeal cookie. This is a number of 921513. That might be a date. And that looks a little melty. That chocolate still tastes good. I think the oatmeal underneath went bad. It tastes kind of gritty, kind of like coffee. Got our orange beverage base powder, which I can already tell is bad. But let's go ahead and open it up. Oh yeah. That has gone bad a long time ago. It even smells really bad. It smells like rotten oranges and sugar. All right, freeze-dried chicken stew. We'll have to boil some water for this. And this is in like several wrappers. I've not seen it like this before. I've seen it in like the little rectangular foil pouch where you open the top and you pour the hot water into the pouch and you eat it out of the pouch. What am I supposed to do with this? let's heat up some water, and we'll dunk this in. Oh wait, how much water am I supposed to mix this with? 12 ounces, a whole canteen, okay. All right, we got our light boil going on here in our very questionable chicken stew, which I guess you need a knife for. I don't know. The whole thing's kind of powdery, so I think I can just kind of pour this in. Oh yeah, this is very like Boy Scout camp food kind of vibe going on. Definitely kind of messy, like the other style where you pour the water into the container. All right, we're gonna let that sit for a while. All right, so this chicken stew definitely looks kind of stewy. It's got a good stew consistency. Here's a piece of chicken. Let's go for this. A little spongy. Tastes good. These potato bits are a little questionable, but they're like packing foam and like no flavor. The peas are all right. This is actually pretty good. Like Mountain House and a lot of other like freeze-dried food companies, like their stuff lasts like 20, 25, 30 years. Because you take the water out, take the moisture out, that prevents a lot of stuff from going bad. And then you can vacuum seal it, take all the air out, prevent the oxygen from making the food go bad. So it just lasts a very, very long time. And then you seal it in metal, like foil wrap. So I think this is pretty good. I'm gonna eat this. It tastes pretty good. With a little bit of Tabasco, this would be awesome. This tastes like camp food. I remember when I was a kid, like the 80s or 90s. Straight up, just freeze-dried, cooked on a campfire. Something I eat in Boy Scouts. But unfortunately, this is basically the only thing that's edible out of one day's cold weather ration. So we got cold weather ration 1A and 1B. and basically everything went bad except for the hot chocolate and the freeze-dried chicken stew.